Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Welcome. You know, here in the Southeast, football is huge, to say the least. And recently I had a chance to sit down with some legends from the Southeastern Conference, not only former coaches but players alike, many of which have become successful small business owners. We had a chance to sit down and discuss some of the correlations between success on the field and success in the business world. If you're a football fan, or if you're looking for a little bit of inspiration, or you're looking to get some tips on how to overcome obstacles in your professional life, this is a show you're not going to want to miss. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Come experience Nolan's. Savor award-winning steaks, Greek-style cuisine, fresh local seafood, and an extensive choice of wines. Whether you'd like to reserve the large private dining room, enjoy a meal on an outdoor deck, or rock the night away in our lounge, Nolan's, now celebrating 25 years of exceeding your expectations for casual fine dining, live entertainment, and dancing nightly.
Real estate today offers incredible opportunities, low prices, and extremely low interest rates. Hi, I'm Amy Norris from Amy Sells the Beach. Right now, there are opportunities in all areas. Our team can help you put your money to work finding your dream or investment property. And if you're looking to sell, no one can give you better exposure to buyers and make your property stand out. Experience matters when looking for opportunity. I'm Amy Norris. See why we're #1 at amysellsthebeach.com.
Hey, I'm here with legendary player Tommy Casanova. When I say legendary, that's no exaggeration. Tommy, I know that you were 3-time All-American. In fact, the only 3-time All-American with in LSU history. You also played with the Bengals. I think 3 or 4 times you were in the Pro Bowler. I mean, it's just on and on. And, you know, I know that you're also an entrepreneur or a business owner now. But I wanted to ask you, you know, right now in the Gulf Coast, you know, our vision is to really empower small business owners to really be proactive, to start spending money, to go back to work. And in this area, you know, we've had a lot of business people. We've had numerous hurricanes, then we've had the oil spill. And, you know, although the beaches are clean and there's a silver lining and tourism's up and other things, many people still have fears out there. There's still some trepidation. Any advice that you can give to the people out there?
No, I came to you looking for advice. You're supposed to be advising me.
Well, we'll have you on the show.
No, I really, I don't have any pearls. I mean, it's just to go out. I think what I try to do is to provide the best patient care that I can every day. And you know, if people are in a bind and they can't pay us, they don't pay us, and we just end up doing it. And we try to make it up down the road somewhere, but just, I think, put in a hard day's work and be honest with your patients, and things will work out.
And I know when you were playing with the Bengals, you actually played for 4 or 5 years, and then you started cutting your career a little bit short to pursue being a doctor. Tell us a little bit about that transition.
Well, it was a tough transition for me, really. It took me 6 years to get through medical school because I went part-time. And it was coming to the point where it was time for me to start concentrating just on medicine because I was about to graduate from school. And it was really a difficult thing to give up football, but my knee started bothering me so much that my last season football was it just wasn't as much fun as it was before, and it made giving up, retiring a lot easier. So it really worked out well in that regard, but it was still a very difficult thing to give up. Football had been really a big part of my life.
Well, I know I was reading a little bit earlier. Sports Illustrated at one time actually said, not only did you get the cover, but they actually said that you were probably the best player in the country at the time. And certainly starting your own practice and becoming a business owner is very difficult, especially in the beginning. What are some of the things that you maybe learned by your football career about tenacity and will, and what are the things that you can take away from football that you've applied in your business?
Well, that you can do really anything that you want. I mean, if you make up your mind to do it. I mean, I was told you can't go to medical school and play football, but I did it. And they told me you can't be a state senator and practice, but I did it. And they're just things that and I think I got that from my mother. I mean, you told my mother no, she was going to prove you wrong. And I think I got that same tenacity from her, that you tell me that I can't do it, I'm going to prove you wrong. And fortunately, those are one of the good things that stuck with me.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, certainly you have done it. And I was sitting down recently, I did a seminar with Grant Wistrom from the Rams. And he had told me that, he says, you know, college was a blast. He dominated college. And then when he went to the pros, I asked him the difference. And he said, you know, I didn't love the pros. I loved college. My passion was at college ball. But college football was all about football. And when I went to the pros, it was a lot about business. And he says a lot of the football was kind of taken out of it. Did you experience any of that?
Well, not really. You know, I don't know at what point he played. You know, back in my day, that we weren't getting paid anything like they're getting paid now. I mean, it is really astronomical. But Paul Brown was the head coach in Cincinnati when I was there, and Coach Brown just ran a different program. I mean, we were really a family up there, and I had as much fun in Cincinnati as you can possibly have. It was just wonderful. It was really the best part of my life, was playing up there, and you know, until you start having kids and stuff at home, and then that overshadows everything. But in my single career, just being up in Cincinnati, and it was a wonderful experience.
Well, I know that you were, you know, with the Saints, and so tell us, and you have a huge career. Tell us what you're doing now.
In the garbage business. I'm in the garbage business, and actually I love it. I mean, you get that same competition. I mean, it's a competitive business. You know, I never thought that would be one of the industries that I had the most fun doing, but definitely enjoy it. You know, I'm the regional municipal marketer, so you know, I cover Mississippi, Louisiana, and Tennessee. So you get to see a lot of people as far as that have followed you in your career. Now they get to see you outside of the playing field. So it's pretty interesting, and definitely enjoy it. Still have a great relationship with the Saints, and I still do some stuff with them. But you know, I look for. I'm a fan now. I'm a sports fan now, so that's what I look forward to seeing, the sports.
How did your career help you as a businessman?
I definitely, you know, it's the relationships. It's about making relationships, and you know, after you get done, you get to meet people that you know that are in business, and you know, it may be an opportunity to be able to form a relationship. So the career is definitely one that, as playing sports, you know, it opens up so many doors, and you know, once you're done, it's about finding something that you enjoy and like doing.
Talk to me about the business of coaching.
Business?
The business of coaching.
Sort of gotten out of hand, in my opinion. You know, when I was coaching, all I can compare with when I was coaching and now, I didn't have an agent. I didn't even know what I made until I got my first check, because I coached for the job and not the money. So it was a job that I was interested in. But it's a little sad to me that it's hard to get a ticket to see, say, an Alabama play if you don't have, quote, points where you have given some to the university, or you have some foundation or something, build your way up. Where I know when I was coaching at Texas A&M, this is a long time ago, I had a knothole section. If a kid wanted to see Texas A&M play, his mother and daddy may not get in the game, but he could get in the game for 50 cents. And you know, you can't do that now because everybody's building a new stadium, a new dressing room, a new training room, more practice fields, indoor facilities, because in recruiting, they tell me that everybody compares, say you go to school for an education, but very little is said about one history department against the other history department, or one engineering school against the other engineering school. It's who's got the best locker room, who's got the best training room, who's got the best indoor facility. telling you, my opinion, you go to school for an education. Education is the key.
Well, and when you have a bunch of kids at home and you want to go see football, it costs a whole lot to go if you take a family.
Yeah, I couldn't afford to go. For example, I serve on the board of regents of A&M. I don't now. Texas A&M played Arkansas in the new stadium. I just can't tell you how much a ticket cost. I said, you know, it's college football. We're talking about $200 to $275 for a ticket. Well, you know, the old average fan can't do that, and that bothers me a little bit. I would like for it to be somewhere where just a guy that's been supporting Alabama for years and years and years and years can still go to a game every once in a while.
My job is multitasking. I deal mainly with pro scouts, agents, and the Letterman's Club. I do help with problems as they arise on a day-to-day basis, but that's usually handled by, well, all of those problems are handled by the head coach, but I'm more of a liaison between football and the Letterman's Club, and I also just keep my eye open. If I see wrongdoing or something, I report it. If a lot of the players have a little confidence in me because I've been around a long time, so we have different talks, and a lot of kids are available for me to do certain things, but what they really want sometimes is for me to transfer a message to the head coach. You know, they'll come tell me and won't tell him, and they know I'll go deliver the message for them. So I always tell them, guys, one thing you got to understand about head coaches or any coaches, they're good at their talents with football, but they're terrible mind readers. If you don't tell them what's wrong, they can't help you. So you're walking around here mad and upset, and you're keeping everything to yourself, that problem's never going to get handled. So whether you can go see them yourself or you come and see me and want me to go do it, we can help you then. Other than that, we can't because we don't know what's wrong.
We'll be right back with more legends from the SEC in a minute. Stick around.
Real estate today offers incredible opportunities, low prices, and extremely low interest rates. Hi, I'm Amy Norris from Amy Sells the Beach. Right now, there are opportunities in all areas. Our team can help you put your money to work finding your dream or investment property. And if you're looking to sell, no one can give you better exposure to buyers and make your property stand out. Experience matters when looking for opportunity. I'm Amy Norris. See why we're #1 at amysellsthebeach.com.
When visiting Gulf Shores, Alabama, make sure to visit the Gulf Coast Zoo, home of the little zoo that could from Animal Planet. Get up close in our petting zoo. Enjoy our unique animal encounters. More than 300 monkeys, bears, reptiles, big cats, parrots, and more call a Gulf Coast home. Come on, go wild at the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo.
Hi, I'm Dan Vega, business coach and host of the business talk show, Tuesdays with Dan. You know, every year I receive numerous requests for coaching and mentorship. I'm pleased to announce you can now access our fully interactive coaching website from your home, office, or phone. This amazing new resource includes valuable sales and marketing training, money management secrets, financial advice, real estate tips, tax guidance, time management tips, author and speaker coaching, plus much, much more, including downloadable CDs and streaming videos. Regardless of the nature or size of your business, you'll find this cutting-edge information not only invaluable, but amazingly affordable. For less than $2 a week, you'll have full access to over 2 decades of my business coaching and experience. I'm so confident that you'll increase both your personal and business success that I would like to offer you a free 30-day trial membership. There's no obligation and you can cancel at any time. Hey, I'm here with legendary coach R.C. Slocum with Texas A&M. Coach, you've had such an amazing career, and you know, here in the Gulf Coast area, our vision is to really empower small business owners and entrepreneurs. And you know, obviously we've had our share of hurricanes, which we got another one coming this way. We've had the oil spill, and you know, I was just talking to somebody, the tourism's up, the beaches are clean, but a lot of small business owners are a little bit downtrodden. They have a heavy heart. Some of them maybe even lost belief system in the ability to still make, you know, have great years. And if we had the small business owners in your locker room, and we wanted to stir their spirits and, you know, really get them to an action, any advice you can give them?
One thing that I always talk with every team I coached, in football you have bad things happen to you. Players individually get beat for touchdowns, you fumble the ball, you throw interceptions, bad things happen. And we made it almost like a choir practice of saying, in life, it's not the bad things that happen to you that are important, but it's how you react to those things. If you can see something coming and can do something about it ahead of time, then do so and prevent it from happening. But so many things in life, so many of the bad things you don't see coming, and in a lot of cases have no control over. But once they've happened, you have total control over what your reaction to them is going to be. And taking a positive reaction, if there's something to be learned from it, learn from it, but look forward with optimism and play the next play. And so we talk to our team all the time, play the next play. I don't care if you just got beat for a touchdown, come back out there with renewed enthusiasm and get ready to go forward. So I'd say the businessmen, you know, you can't control some of those things that happen, but the successful people, the ones that will move on and will have success, are the ones that say it's up to me. And I'm taking this situation and going forward. I'm going to try to use it as a learning opportunity, and I'm going to have renewed enthusiasm. And the whole thing, if it's to be, it's up to me. And if I believe that it can happen strong enough, I can make it happen. And that's the American way. That's what we were all brought up on. I believe it tremendously in my heart that whatever there is out there, if you really set your mind to it and believe in it, can envision it and picture it and think big, then you can achieve it.
They're going to have a philosophy, and everybody's got one, whether you know it or not. You have one, and I don't know what it is, but I can tell you what mine is, and I try to teach our football players and our team, and they bought into it. But think about it: attitude, work habits, and discipline. All right, you're going to have some setbacks down here in the small businesses. Hey, it's going to be ups and downs, and there's a medium. You're trying to hit that medium and try to stay there. But the competition now in business, and you have these big businesses now that come in and that just really knock the small businesses. You know, you got to overcome this somehow. How you do it? I mean, how do you? If we can't compete with the prices, we can't compete with the volume that they have. All right, we got to sell. We got to sell ourselves and sell our business. When people come in the stores, we got to be more friendly. We got to reach out and get them. I got to get out on the street, hold me a sign up, come on in here and talk to me, look at my stuff. Hey, you're going to be back. Once you ever come, you will be back. I believe they will.
You know, I'm going through a period right now. My background was, as you say, a defensive coach, ball control. I was at Southern Cal when Marcus Allen won the Heisman Trophy, and I've always been for a balanced offense, but one that could run the ball. Probably Gene Stallings and I would have similar, and Pat Dye. We all came up in that mode. I have to say that my thoughts are changing. I watched this past year Bill Belichick at New England, who I have great respect for. First play of the game, and this was a playoff game, first play of the game, he's got 5 receivers deployed, nobody in the backfield except the quarterback. So I'm sitting there saying, here's a guy that's a defensive-minded guy who's won a lot of football games, and he starts this ball game spreading people out. And so if you start looking at in the NFL, my son's a coach at Green Bay, and I follow the pro game quite a bit because of that. But if you look at how big and physical those defensive people are, it's really, really hard to line up and make a living just pounding the ball out. And I would use that same analogy in the Southeastern Conference, who are big, physical, active defenses. It's just, I would think very hard to make a living trying to line up and mash them all down the field. So at some point, mixing in some explosive plays in that and tempo and spreading people out to maybe create some cracks. You know, instead of bunching them all in, try to create and make everybody defend a little bit wider area. I think there's some sense to that philosophy. So I'm kind of, they've kind of changing my thinking a little bit. As far as the early 90s, when the Southwest Conference was about to break up, when we started hearing that might happen, I was a coach, and my recommendation at that time was to see if we could go to the SEC, and we actually had some conversations. I called Roy Kramer and was commissioned by our board and president to do so, and said, Roy, if this thing comes apart over here, would there be any interest in the SEC from Texas A&M? And he said, well, I'll have to visit with some of the presidents. And so in just a few days, he called back and said there would definitely be strong interest in them. So that's been kind of in the make, and I always thought culturally, geographically, everything, it's a natural fit for us. They took us to Greece with them 3 different summers. We went over there on vacation with the Bush family. Jeb went along every summer, Jeb and Doro and Neil and the kids. And we had a great time. I have tremendous respect for him. I tell people of all the qualities that one would like in a man: humility, strength, courage, civility, all those things. He's got as many as any person I've ever met. You know. I know everybody doesn't agree with me on that, but I have no doubts about my mind. I've seen him in very public settings, and I've seen him in private settings. I've always just admired the human qualities that he has of caring for other people and downplaying his own significance and trying to upplay other people's significance. You know, really wonderful. That's one of the highlights of my life. To have gotten to know and be friends with him, and it's been a wonderful experience. He and Barbara would sit in I had a suite there when I was coaching, and they would sit in the box just about all the home games, and that's how we got to be good friends. So this library is on campus. I still go there on a regular basis and see them out there. They have an apartment there. Now I go around and speak to a lot of these touchdown clubs, quarterback clubs throughout the South and Southeast. And as just curiosity, a lot of times, all the time, I'd always, as part of my talk, I'd say, I'd like to ask you a question. Without the details of a playoff, just the current system versus a playoff, who would be in favor of some form of a playoff? Almost 100% everywhere you go. You know, the fan, it's something that the fans wanted. And in my mind, I would tell people it's inevitable. Sooner or later, I don't know how long it'll take, but sooner or later we will have some form of playoff. I think this is just a forerunner of what we'll have later on, too. I don't think it'll stop with 4 teams. Nothing happens without vision. I think no one wins a championship without envisioning being able to win the championship and expanding your horizon and say, we can do that. And so I would say to the local community, you can be whatever you want to be. Whatever this group would collectively set their minds to and really believe in and work towards, they can be whatever they want to be. It's up to them.
That's our show. That's all the time that we have. We hope you enjoyed it. We want to give a special thanks to the players and coaches. And don't forget to get involved in your local community and be forgiving of others. Good night, everybody. Hi, I'm Dan Vega. business coach and host of the business talk show, Tuesdays with Dan. You know, every year I receive numerous requests for coaching and mentorship. I'm pleased to announce you can now access our fully interactive coaching website from your home, office, or phone. This amazing new resource includes valuable sales and marketing training, money management secrets, financial advice, real estate tips, tax guidance, time management tips, author and speaker coaching, plus much, much more, including downloadable CDs and streaming videos. Regardless of the nature or size of your business, you'll find this cutting-edge information not only invaluable, but amazingly affordable. For less than $2 a week, you'll have full access to over 2 decades of my business coaching and experience. I'm so confident that you'll increase both your personal and business success that I would like to offer you a free 30-day trial membership. There's no obligation and you can cancel at any time.
Come experience Nolan's. Savor award-winning steaks, Greek-style cuisine, fresh local seafood, and an extensive choice of wines. Whether you'd like to reserve the large private dining room, enjoy a meal on an outdoor deck, or rock the night away in our lounge, Nolan's, now celebrating 25 years of exceeding your expectations for casual fine dining, live entertainment, and dancing nightly.
When visiting Gulf Shores, Alabama, make sure to visit the Gulf Coast Zoo, home of the little zoo that could from Animal Planet. Get up close in our petting zoo. Enjoy our unique animal encounters. More than 300 monkeys, bears, reptiles, big cats, parrots, and more call a Gulf Coast home. Come on, go wild at the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo.
Hi, I'm Dan Vega, entrepreneur and host of the Gulf Coast's favorite new talk show, Tuesdays with Dan. Join us every Tuesday where we come together and share success principles that will not only help you in your business, but in your personal life. Don't worry, this isn't some boring business talk show. It's an opportunity not only to hear from your favorite entrepreneurs and celebrity guests, but to receive real value every week. Check us out late night after Jimmy Kimmel and The Insider, or at 8 a.m. on My 35. You won't want to miss it.